quick pull, my friend.
That's crazy. All right, let's do it.
All right, 6 slings on the way. Let's see how this goes. It's a hatch first play.
Will our Kerrigan advance?
All right, how many drones are we bringing? All of them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
She's
Looks like 7 drones.
leaving-
No, 8.
She's leaving 2 or 3 drones. I can't quite tell by the minimap.
Now, the moment that this goes under the Overlords, that's when... Okay, hold on. I want to see Rogue's face. Rogue's like,
This normally gets held. I don't see this win a whole lot, but I guess now we get to see, don't we? That is a lot of lings. Okay,
Scarlett is
we have 3
laughing to
drones
herself
running.
as she does this, by the way.
Well,
You're watching the game. I'm watching the big screen with their faces on the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. 3
Oh my god.
spines.
3
This is
spines,
literally
man.
around the spawning pool. So if the spawning pool dies, you just can't get lings.
Oh my god.
I actually think this is going to work.
Oh. Is Scarlett going to eliminate the Katowice champion in the first round of GSL?
The spines are halfway done.
Oh my
there's nothing
god.
out yet.
This is crazy. That is 3
She's
spines.
just buying her time. She's going to just... Well, again...
Okay, he might just try to take this low ground?
Again, if the pool goes down, there's literally just no way to make defense here. She's going to shuffle one of the spines down onto the low ground so that she can also hit the hatchery. Keep in mind, whenever the spine is not fighting, it is going to just be hitting the spawning pool. Pretty good blocking here. Again, though, if
Rogue does have his own on the way. There are more lings coming in for Scarlett as well.
but I think that there's now just drones remaining here. One spine does go down, but of course these drones are... Oh, hold on. The
If
spine's
Scarlett
gonna
can take down this spine, I don't think she quite can.
But again, the spawning pool is going to go down. And from there, it's like you just keep making lings. You're going to overwhelm them, right?
I think so.
No. Oh, how funny.
Oh my god, it hits the patch!
That's so sick.
Unintended benefit.
Okay, where's the next pool? Oh, I love this. She just throws a spine over there. I think she can get 2 or 3 patches from that distance, right?
I'm not sure.
No,
I think maybe two, but not 3.
Yeah.
Not 3.
Like she could hit the hatch from there.
Okay, only that one.
Okay, the spawning pool has started again here for Rogue, but there's more lings coming out here.
Yeah.
And the spawning pool is... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here we go.
Yeah, the 2 spines coming down as well. The lings going around. That queen got to be picked off.
One spine crawler blocked.
Oh my god, the
I
spine
think Rogue
is
might
getting
hold.
a lot of work
I think Rogue
done.
might actually hold.
Is it possible?
I don't... Well, there's no queen to... This is such a weird game.
This is the weirdest.
Oh, my God. She's going to get it.
She is going to get it.
That's it. Guys, Rogue's dead.
Rogue is dead, and that is going to be that. Oh, my God. Rogue eliminated.
Al, but what is this, Kev? I see a second Stargate being added on.
Well, you already said it in the previous game, right? There's a good chance we'll see Neeb go for some of that mass air. And the Void Ray seems a little more normal, especially if you also use the Void Ray in some of your ground-based games. So all of this makes sense. Scarlett drops the Spire.
Oh, no.
That, I mean, it's bad, but it can also work out because Roach Corruptor is actually not that bad against what Neep is doing at this point. Now, it's obviously very important that Scarlett realizes there are a whole bunch of Phoenixes being produced before the Mutas show up, because if you make Mutas into double Stargate, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay, well, the Phoenix are going to reveal themselves well before that Spire finishes on up. And I think, did they just barely evade the first Overlord or something? Because 6 Roaches being added on right now, probably not exactly what Scarlett needs at this moment, but she definitely knows about it now. And Hydroden being added on.
Picture perfect timing here by Neeb as he's able to pick up the drone as well that was supposed to morph into the hatchery and got Scarlett up to 4 bases. Quite a few Overlords are exposed. And looking at where these Overlords were, I have the feeling that Scarlett definitely did not expect this. And this is a really solid start, I think, already for Neeb.
Yeah, gonna have plenty of space as well to get that wall up over by the 3rd base. Oh, does he notice the drone? No, busy elsewhere with some of the macro. Doesn't pick up that drone and had the 4th for a bit, but...
That's a lot of Overlords, Ravi. Like, another Overlord goes down there. There was one more on the left that Neeb didn't see, but this is really starting to add up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what now, 5 Overlords killed off. Scarlett has the laser Overlord unsupply block, but a bunch more Overlords actually get found. So if Neve decides that his drones are not enough, he can actually snag at least 1 or 2 more Overlords now. Backs up and all the many queens coming on out, and the Corruptors are on their way.
Look at the production tab. 9 gateways. Like, that's a lot of gates. We go from 1 to 9 or to 10 gateways. 1 plus 9 is 10, really. This can actually work out so well because now Scarlett is investing in her Corruptus, even getting +1 flyer attacks, thinking this could be a mass air game, or at least taking the Phoenixes very seriously. While we already know that the real danger is probably on the ground, because 10 gateways +1, charge, Templar Archives, and a Wild Prism, that could hit very hard.
Corruptors have been revealed over here. They managed to snag 1 of the Phoenix, and Scarlett is adding on a lot more Roaches, so she is at least going to have a ground force. But Kev, those are the first 5 Roaches. There's actually nothing else besides 12 Lings on the ground. And I think Scarlett's going to see that Archon's coming forward, and that might start to be a bit of reveal. Like, wait a second. Huh, you know, you actually have a lot of ground tech right now. Oh, the Prism!
What? Okay, I would have definitely prioritized the Prism there. I think that's a more important pickup than a couple of these Phoenixes. And the Void Ray, that's in range of a shield battery. It does go down. Now, these Corruptors can definitely wreak havoc in the main base. They can maybe kill a Nexus. But can Roaches really save Scarlett at home? I think we need at least a couple of Ravages in the mix as well, because pure Roach, maybe with the best micro ever, but this is going to be very difficult. Why did Scarlett not kill that Prism Fear Dragon?
Oh, that's definitely going to come back to bite her in the butt. Well, Zealot's run by on the top right-hand side does not go super well. Remember, Neve also just actually lost one of those Nexus, so he absolutely has to win the fight over on this side of the map. He should have what he needs to. Force Field's going down to try and lock out these Roaches while he snipes off that hatchery. Broodling's making things a little bit awkward, so I think Neve wants to back off for a bit, but the Corruptors are going to be able to caustic spray down another one of these bases. And Neve, where is the Warp Prism?
Well, he's got 2 Warp Prisms, actually. Neve is going to recall, so he doesn't want to lose another base. I mean, 3 base against 3 base is still pretty good, but can the Corruptors get this Nexus? The answer is probably yes. The Archons were stuck, by the way, so now Neve unpowers his own Robo as well. Second Nexus goes down, and all of this actually went quite all right for Scarlett. Even though I think it's a bit deceiving because her army isn't that great, but hey, maybe Scarlett can find even more damage, and then it's definitely very playable.
Yeah, she's going to be able to snipe off a couple of the Zealots over here, zoning out these Archons. Remember, with all of these units over here, the Corruptors are still sitting by that other base. Even if these Roaches don't find this Nexus, and they're already wreaking havoc, like you said, Corruptors are going to be able to caustic spray down that Nexus that has literally 0 defenses at it right now.
And actually, all these Roaches are somewhat difficult to deal with because we didn't have a single Immortal. Now there is finally an Immortal showing up. I don't know if this Nexus is going to go down, though. There could be... Oh, Overcharge was already used on the right side. So there is a good chance Scarlett is going to get this. And the Roaches and Ravages still doing quite all right on the right as well. It's very difficult to fight these Roaches, I guess, if you don't have multiple Immortals in your army.
The Corruptor count is definitely reduced by those Phoenix, but having sniped off multiple Nexus at this point, Neve is barely actually mining from this base right now because he's so busy actually just trying to keep his probes alive and zoning out this Roach army. The Nexus now out of shields. It's getting focused right down by a lot of Scarlett's units. The Corruptors have already taken care of the Phoenix, and Scarlett breaks through.
The Reaver gets pushed back. Third base coming up much quicker than Lucero was doing. A much more standard timing on this. So it looks like he'll turn that around and go home.
2 bunkers being laid down here.
Yeah.
We don't have any Marines with us just yet.
Playing a little bit afraid. He's making a Banshee here as well, which will help to hold it.
16 more Lings coming here too. Okay. Reaper Mine keeps that back for the time being. And Dark is going for Ravagers, and this is what I was talking about, guys. Dark is not afraid to come out swinging.
Yeah, and this isn't like, well, he's making a lot of Lings, never mind. He is trying to bust completely.
Yeah. No,
he has a third hatchery, he's going for a layer, but like this, don't be fooled, he's going for it.
Yep, he's going for broke here. Now, the Banshee's going to help out immensely, but, you know, this is going to take a long time for this Banshee to actually kill this all off. Auto turrets are going down. We see those corrosive vials firing out. The auto turrets are eventually taken out. And it's just this bunker. It's all going to come down to this.
Yeah, Live actually might end up holding here. The Banshee is doing insane damage. Only 6 SCVs have fallen.
Okay, I don't think there's enough Roaches and Ravagers, is there?
No. It's basically held. He's targeting down as many SCVs as he possibly can right now. He gets 13 at the end of the day, but there's already a third command center out.
Yeah.
And he'll drone behind this.
By the way, Stim's done.
But that Banshee was truly a hero there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he lost some SCVs in that attack, but Dark slowed himself down a bit. But the thing is, Dark is comfortable in this type of style. It's almost like Dark is more comfortable from behind.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that earlier, where he always has 2 ultras and barely hangs on. But yeah, he likes to play the defensive man's game. Now, that attack, even though it was held off, I mean, we saw a lot of workers killed there, and Dark has way exceeded the worker count of Alive here. Not that Alive's not trying to make up for that. Alive does have a 3rd base and is continuing to mass up, but there's momentum here for Dark. I mean, I think contesting the 4th base is going to be tricky. It looks like Alive is going to attempt to do that now, mixing it up and having 1 tank inside of a medevac and showing the other one. Okay, Banelings are going to come in here. Complete and total denial, though, there by Alive. Doesn't seem like we have an opening here for Zerg to try to hit that 4th base. So Alive will just continue to grow.
Viper being made, and there is that Ultros Cavern that Dark is so good with. The Ultra really his spirit animal in this matchup. We'll see if he adds a Spire, because a lot of the times he'll go into Corruptor at some point to deal with the Liberators and everything. He's going to need something. Like, he's making a Viper, sure, but with 2 Starports and a Fusion Core coming up, Alive is going to have some good counters if you don't have a good anti-air.
Just want to consume the whole map. Oh my god. Nice.
Yeah, pretty good. A lot of Lings and Banes coming in, forces the lift off. The Ultras are popping out, though. Chitinous Plating is finishing. But 4 Liberators at a time. Now, the Spire just finished. I expect to see a big group of Corruptors to be made at some point here. And he's getting the Greater Spire. Like, eventually, you'll probably have to use Broodlords, but he's going to just straight up need the anti-air attack of Corruptors, I think, as well, which is a pretty common thing for Dark. He's been doing it for many years.
Yeah, we see Alive pushing out now. Alive is beginning to catch up as far as maxing, but look at the positioning of everything. Those Lings are ready to counterattack. It's got Banelings out here, too. I mean, Dark has basically set the map up full of traps so that when Alive decides that it's time to push, there's going to be a lot of different things Dark can throw at him.
Starting to scan around. Running around with his Bioforce. There's really nothing up here right now. Dark has gone up to, what is this, 4, 5, 6 bases now.
Now, there's 3K minerals and 600 gas, and that's going to grow. So keep in mind, when the big fight happens, you can see Alive's minerals and gas is quite low because he's still having to spend that to max out. When the 2 max out armies collide, Dark will be able to make, especially as far as Lings go, a lot more. And sometimes it's not the big first attack that happens, it's the second one where they're remaking.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's a really good point. The Liberators are going to be a bit of an issue because he's got like some Queens, maybe 3 to 4 Ravagers, and I think he has like 2, 3 Vipers, right? And we've been seeing 4 Liberators at a time coming out of Alive, so he's got to have a good 8, 9 Liberators easy.
Alive keeps getting close to maxing out, and he sends a Liberator or 2 out there to try to kill drones, and then flies away.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's his turn to keep Dark a little bit busy. Dark was doing it before. Yeah. And now Alive's like, oh, I'm completing my tech tree. Let's keep you busy for a bit. So he's chasing around these Liberators while he gets his ghost count up. But at the same time, +3 finishes. So Dark has full ground upgrades. He's adding Infestors. He already has Vipers. He's added Corruptors. They both kind of have everything right now.
Okay, I mean, these Liberators, I mean, it's a nuisance, but I don't know if it's going to cut it. I mean, Dark can always keep roaming around the map and cleaning this up. This upper right base that hasn't been taken is going to be interesting because there's almost nowhere else that Alive can really easily expand. Maybe the center left, but he's going to be stretched pretty thin.
Yeah, multiple Ghost Academies coming up, so definitely mass nukes is on the menu here for Alive. This game really has slowed down at this point.
I mean, these guys are playing a very, very cautious game. A lot of respect here on both sides.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants to be the first guy to come out there and try anything. I guess we're eventually going to see these Ravagers replaced with something else in supply, Artosis.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay.
Well, not the greatest attack by Dark.
Nope. Ultralisk cut in half there.
Those Banelings look like they're completely different colors.
I know, it's like there's a 3rd player in the game. Like, who's the green guy?
Yeah. Like, if one of you lets your Banelings attack, they'll kill all the other Banelings.
Okay, so Alive is going to take the space at the upper right.
In fact, that would be a chain reaction when you think about it. Like, with that many Banelings from 2 different players right all cozy, if you blow up, like, 2 of them, then, like, a bunch will blow up other ones, which will blow up the other ones. It would be like a chain reaction. Someone should make a GIF of that. Just a massive amount of Banelings that are not allied.
Yeah, actually, you could set them up in such a way it'd be like dominoes.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be cool.
You could have like Happy New Year spelled out as they're blowing up.
I want to see it. Get on that.
Yeah.
Get on that community.
Someone get on the map editor. One of you guys watching has 2 monitors.
Yeah.
Okay. Revenge of the SCVs here. And we'll get this
that +3 carapace Lings can take a bit.
Yeah. Okay. And with that many ghosts and tanks over here, I think Dark's thinking twice, but I think Dark actually needs to stop Terran from growing here. If you play a super passive game, eventually the map is completely cut in half, and guess what? Terran mines out later than the Zerg does, so he is going to come up here. A lot of SCVs are going to go down.
Yeah, but he just lifts the command center. This wasn't a very big deal, this attack. We'll see what else he gets done with it, though. Yeah, I guess maybe
he's continuing to push in. He could actually take out this planetary.
Wow. Whoa! Not just the planetary, apparently.
All the command centers are going to die.
Well, that was pretty cool. He's got 75 larvae at home. Starts spending it on Zerglings.
Ow.
God,
but that was kind of crazy. Okay, so I think from here he wants to do the Broodlord push. Again, Dark, very scary in super late games like this.
And I believe the army right now for Alive, if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of Liberators in there, which can be helpful, but just Ghosts against Broodlords?
Okay, now look at how Dark's controlling this. He's making sure those Broodlords never get too close.
Yeah.
And this is a very important position that Alive has control over here. I mean, he actually needs to keep this alive as long as possible. Oh, man, he's actually getting some of those Ghosts very nicely done.
Yeah. Coming up now. Oh, good fungal once again. Dark doing a lot of great resets here.
He's pulling the trigger. He's coming in now.
Oh, my
Lings
God.
and Banelings coming forward.
That is many Baneling, yes?
Many a Bane. Wow, and he's just going to chase him all the way back to his natural. He's like, remember when I did a timing attack up here? I'm not done.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I brought my friends.
So he did a ton of damage. He chunked off about 1/4 of the supply.
126 Lings in production right now.
I have a feeling that Dark is going to do this a few more times and this game is going to end Artosis.
Yeah, I think you might be right on your feeling. He's got a big bank right now. I love how many Lings he's making as well, because a lot of times when we see these supreme late game situations, Zerg will end up with like 4K minerals
left.
My God. 106 Banelings? Holy God. What? Look at how many Banelings that is.
To quote Artosis from 8 years ago, that is so many Banelings.
Yeah. This is more Banelings than that was.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God.
They see me rolling. They hate it.
Oh my God. Alive is just looking at it like that. It's like the movie where you're at the beach and the wave is coming because an asteroid hit the ocean.
Yeah.
And you're just looking at it, you're like, well, I can't run.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. The Banelings will never run out.
All the way back into the main.
Okay,
it's like a horror movie.
He set a nuke off.
The Banelings know how to open doors.
They certainly know how to open doors. Oh my God.
Look at this. He's all the way back to where the turrets are.
Dude, yeah. He's ran literally to the ends of the map and split everything, and he still loses his ghosts.
I don't even know what to say. All right, Alive, get out of the game. We're going to go into game 2. This is crazy.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
That was just...
That was crazy.
More oracles on the way. Robo coming up as well. So pretty standard stuff here out of stats. Nice little shade in. Let's see how much he gets done. It looks like only a couple drones with those two. Oh, that's too bad. Trying so hard to get another drone.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Creep Tumor.
Nydus Worm.
Yeah, Creep Tumor. Nydus Worm plus Swarm Host. There we go.
So this is generally not one where you have the Nydus Worm, at least not for the start of the rush, go anywhere inside the base. You usually try to have Nydus Worms on the outside, on the exterior, and you try to chuck in... Swarm Host. You try to have them shoot the Locusts in there and do as much damage, and then they can escape out and come into another area.
Yeah.
And try to hit elsewhere.
Yeah, and it looks like he's setting up various areas to throw down that Nydus. Okay, Stats sees it here with the Phoenix. Okay, he's actually sending his army over. Well, he's sending his army out. this will be interesting to see exactly how he wants to deal with it. So he's actually going to power that down in a matter of seconds here.
Okay, so the second Nydus has started up over here.
Well, that's really funny because it seemed like a really fantastic idea, right?
Yeah,
to kill the Nydus
really
before your opponent, you know, and maybe trap the units or something, right? But then, like, the single queen pops out, heals it, and then actually the trade turned good for Zerg with the Locust fighting the army. Like, if Stats had insta-pulled his army back, that would have been all right, but yeah.
Everything looked really weird about that. The Nydus inside there has been denied. Another Nydus is going to pop in here. Again, the idea is you're trying to seesaw the position of your opponent's army and throw them off. Here comes Void Ray here.
Yeah, I don't think that's the answer.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough to deal with this. Roach is coming in here from the top. And only 4 Zealots to defend here. Once again, they can dive onto this Archon. Oh, good pickup there, though, with the Warp Prism.
Yeah, if he had lost another Archon immediately, I would have been very sad for him there. A little warp in his Zealots. It's not going to do too much. Going to slow this down for a bit, though. Looks like he's utilizing a recall as well to stop that damage. Another Nydus coming in to the north. Stats? Oh, no. A lot of things going wrong right now.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried for Stats here. The damage is starting to stack up. He's got the Immortals coming down here. Actually, they're going to try to take out the Nydus Worm first. There's another location just north of where we were looking. And this is going to be another point where he can attack in here at the third as well. Storm's on the way. And Storm kind of stops the Swarm host, but not exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can deal with them a little bit, but the refresh rate on those Locusts and the fact that they're going to do a little bit of damage anyways makes it so that you don't want to just have that as your entire plan to deal with them. All right, so nice warp in here. Looks like he should be able to defend mostly from these roaches. Oh my god, even getting burrow. Love it. No burrow movement as of yet.
That's fine. I mean, it does force them to stay in that position for a little bit while there's other opportunities to do damage elsewhere. I got to say, those Stats, it's pretty impressive how he's handled this so far, even though he's taken a few pretty big hits here.
You know, I feel like, though, what I'm watching here is Rogue really play an excellent game.
Yeah,
you know, he's up on 4 bases. He is definitely dictating the flow of this game.
Oh my god, he's going to get a robo. That's so good, especially with the unit comp that Rogue is fighting Stats with. If there was a ability he could have killed, that would have been it.
Like, he's sitting here maxed for most of this. He's got a better economy going on as well. He's continually doing some harassment, picking off some buildings here and there. He's picked off a few high-tech units as well, whereas, like, yeah, you kill a few roaches, but we've seen multiple Archons lost. Roach, like, he doesn't care if he loses roaches.
And I mean, the whole idea here is you're trying to just garbage compact the Protoss, you know.
Yeah, well, he's definitely got a lot of pressure all over the place. These Nydus is just going insane. He's showing some of that power he showed us at the GSL Finals with the non-stop Nydus Worms coming up.
Yeah, saying I don't even need late game, at least so far here.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. There's scarier things that can come. Think about that.
Yeah.
This isn't the scariest thing Rogue can do. This is the mid-tech thing Rogue can do.
I'd be curious to see what the decision-making process is on whether you want to go to late game against Protoss or you want to try to do the Nydus. Is it simply the way the map is shaped and where you can try to position the Nydus network, or is it more about the Protoss' tech and what they're trying to do, and can Nyduses exploit that? Or is it a mixture of the two?
Well, I think that the shape of this map, plus the fact that it was a somewhat passive 3-base opener, really pointed towards this being a strong strat, and I think that if it gets to a point of diminishing returns, he'll just tech up from there. But right now, we're seeing the Locusts still do damage. We're seeing the Roaches trade reasonably. Like, I've seen a lot of Archons die. But Stats is starting to get more efficient on this, right? His Immortals are taking better fights. He's getting off good Psy Storms as well.
You know, the Burrowed Roaches are actually only furthering the troubles of the positional game here for the Protoss.
That one in particular not doing so well. But, you know, he is stretching that multitasking of Stats. Who, by the way, getting up into a mothership, so we'll see how he does with that. But
I think we're almost to the end of the multi-pronged harass here.
Yep.
So we're getting the Hydra tech out now. Oh, I say that now another Nydus network starts in the main.
I think Nyduses are so cheap, you can just continually throw them up in positions like this.
I guess you can always set one up and force them to run back and defend.
Yeah.
And
even if nothing comes out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if you never intended for anything to come out. It's the cost of that, while that guarantees your 5th base can be taken, is making Rogue look very, 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 very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Get the pylon! Nope.
But yeah, I love the lurker den that's coming out for Rogue right now.
Yeah.
When you look at the actual army that's been made, my God, Rogue, you're just nonstop.
Shine is having to really focus here in observing this game.
He's using all his pro gamer skills.
I know,
at the
this
moment.
is... Shine's doing more multitasking here than the players at this point in time.
Yeah, if you look at this army set, like switching into some Hydras with Lurker, the Lurkers are going to be just outstanding. Like Blink Stalker against Lurker, it's something you don't even want to see. You're going to have to close your eyes. We're going to have to turn the stream off. You know,
it'll be like in Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark where they couldn't look after they opened the Ark. It's going to be too much.
Yeah, it's NSFP, not safe for Protoss, man. Stalkers against Lurkers is just not a
If he
not a
gets a
real
Nydus
fight.
in the main and sets the Lurkers up there, it's going to be a disaster.
Oh yeah, that's always a fun one. Well, the Mothership is out. It's not really doing that much because we have 5 Overseers here in Siege mode.
Look at this, man.
The flank of the... Oh,
This
my
Rogue
God.
is a beast.
Yeah, he's pretty beastly. That's a good way to put it.
He is so good. By the way, there's a Nexus being taken actually above this fight. The Zerg might accidentally... Yeah, they're going to retreat into this and probably take this out.
Accidentally kill it? Is that what you were going to say?
Oh, there's a Nexus here. No, I guess not. I guess the Mothership and the Stalkers are too much of a threat.
Yeah, so... I mean, Stats is doing a reasonable job fighting, to be honest. But he hasn't retained the high-end units as well as I think you need to. Like, look at that army right there.
Yeah.
That's an army that you know has seen some fights. Because there's like 1 Archon, a lot of Gateway units, 4 Immortals, and we're 14 minutes in, right? What we should be seeing is like 5 Archons and 4 or 5 High Templars, you know, and 8 Immortals. That's a real army that you didn't have 100 fights with and lose pieces to. He's like a puzzle box where you've lost the corners or something. It's like, do you even want to do that puzzle? Why do you even do puzzles?
Oh, wow. 2 more Nyduses here. 1 adjacent to the main, 1 inside. As this fight is happening here at the very upper right. Now, if Protoss loses this, he's going back to the bases he was on for most of this game. So it's very important he actually takes this fight, or Stats takes this fight, I should say. Now, these storms are about as good as you can ask for, but even then it appears, yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
GG